Welcome to another episode of Konya mo Takamario. This is episode 37. I'll be your host this evening, Turbos86. Esperus is away, so we'll try to keep the show as fast as possible because we're running a bit late today. In the studio with us, we have Sanrio.
Ohayou gozaimasu.
Ouroboros.
Good evening.
And Invis.
Good morning.
So,
yeah, with me. Yeah.
Okay, let's hurry it up and get to the news. Okay. Smileage staff this week has announced that Namasuma, Smileage Ustream show, is coming back for a limited time starting August 8th, 7:30 p.m. Japan time, so set your clocks. Ikubo Haruna has announced on Ustream earlier this week on Monday that she's changing her member color from chocolate to honey. Ooh. So now we can actually use glow stick for her. Honey as in yellow.
You can throw away all your brown stuff though.
Light yellow.
Yeah, if you actually made any brown ones. See. And earlier this week, we found out from a news appearance announcement of Morning Musume that Ishida Ayumi and Michishige Sayumi is going to do some appearance work for the Rakuten Eagles baseball team. And from some fan digging, some people have managed to figure out that Ishida Ayumi is somehow connected to the Rakuten Eagles prior to entering even her previous dance work with the Sendai idol group, Dorothy Little Happy.
Wow.
Ishida Ayumi was enrolled in one of the Rakuten Eagles cheerleading school. So she has a lot of experience in the entertainment business, apparently. And this weekend, the Hello Project concerts, Waku Waku and Kitakure, not Waku Waku, sorry, it's Kitakure.
Yeah.
Is in Aichi this weekend. And from some of the fan reports over Twitter and Nichan and other sources, they've reported that staff have told fans when they enter the venue that each person's only allowed to use up to 5 glow sticks at a time. So you can only hold up 5 glow sticks. I mean, you only have 2 hands.
So I don't know how to... with wheels, isn't it?
It's definitely against those people.
People are just... they're stuck.
Yeah. So,
they got
finally, finally, Hello Project's taking a stance against people going overboard, doing other stuff.
But 5 is really little bit, so let's hope.
I mean, you have 2 hands, so 2 is good enough.
Well, they're just going to go for brightness over quantity now. So now it's going to have floodlights.
So I hope that doesn't change it, so that the staff would ban the use of bright glow sticks as well. We'll see what happens.
Yes, you're not allowed to support your Orochi at all.
That's right. Okay, off to our main topics this weekend. Recently, Tsunku has posted on Twitter and on his blog that the Morning Musume 11th Gen edition is well underway, and that he said that there are a couple of girls in the audition from Aichi, where Suzuki Kano is from, who has sparked his interest. He actually tweeted that the girls from Aichi are pretty funny, and that is threatening some of the Suki fans out there. Some people think that Tsunku's trying to look for a replacement for Suki because she is not visually doing so well these days.
Ouch.
You guys think...
that was the best way you could put it, but yeah.
Well, yeah, it's not the best way. Do you guys think that Tsunku is actually trying to do that, or he just thinks all the people in the Aichi area are born to be comedians, and that he's just finds it funny.
I think Tsunku is just being stupid. Well, like, yeah, I don't think there's anything to make out from that, really. Zukki is not going to be replaced just because there's someone else from Aichi, because, our project, Morning Musume is not a collection of girls from every area of Japan, so that does not make sense. Yes.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Well, the thing is, the 9th gen member has only been in the group for almost 2 years. I don't think they're asked for her to leave the group or anything. But I think fans are more worried that if they pick another Aichi girl in the 11th gen audition, and will that threaten Suki's position in the group? Not that she's taking a very big role right now.
But it might take some of her fans away from her home area, kind of thing. It could sway people, I think. Because, I mean, some people really don't like the way that she's gone nowadays. And even if it's, nothing wrong with it, but it's the kind of thing which is going to get people, people's back up. So if a new, cute, slim, tall, skillful person from Aichi comes in, it could very easily steal a lot of her fans. Maybe that's what Tsunku's thinking.
That's a very good point, actually. How this, especially with the 11th gen edition, they're supposed to look for a very good singer. But on Suzuki Kano's defense, she has improved a lot over the year. Not just
she's a good singer now.
Yeah, she is. And
she always was, I think, one of the strongest
vocalized,
singers.
Yeah. So maybe that's not what the people are worried about, but that how another girl from the area could with the same characteristics, but maybe a bit more visually appealing with yes, sorry.
Same characteristics, so we're going to assume that Aichi is like the home of all the funny, quirky people?
But that's what Tsunku is trying to say now.
Yeah, that's what he's saying on Twitter and his blog.
Yeah, at the same time, I think he's just goading people. It's like, oh, we got a concert in Aichi, right? Let's just do some advertisement here. Hometown people, don't you love us? We found good people here.
True. Tsunku is known to troll people, though, quite a lot. So, I mean, he takes the mickey frequently. So, I wouldn't read too much into it myself.
I find the timing is a little bit too awkward, especially how today is supposed to be Kano's birthday. Happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday! Yay!
That's a nice present for her.
Yes.
Happy birthday here. Threat of getting kicked out. But, of course, in the idol scene, of course, you are supposed to thrive on rivalry and, competition. So maybe that's Tsunku trying to stick a boot up her backside to get her to, pull herself in. Yeah, well, without being too harsh. I mean, the thing is, even if she can't help it, if it's going to be her size, because people are actually born to be specific sizes.
Yeah.
They might want her to force herself to go thinner, kind of thing.
Hopefully.
Even if it's not healthy.
Well, hopefully that she's going to be get better at it soon, I guess. Whatever she has to do. Stay in the group or be a permanent.
Yeah.
Okay, on to our next... Yes?
Yeah, I was just going to say, unfortunately, there's quite a lot of Zukki hate around, like, the Otas right now.
Well, there's a lot of people that likes her as well, so...
Yeah.
I think
it's basically they think she's fat.
There are people who like her.
It's more like, you need to lose weight or we're going to be mad at you. I really think that's the direction that people are taking.
Yeah.
I am just going to say, in my own defence, I'm not hating on Zukki at all.
Okay.
I might take viewpoints, but I don't hate on any idols. Anyway, a lot of people say that my Oshi's
She still
fat,
works harder than a lot of people. It's hard to say that, she's bad. She still works hard. Like, you can blame
Yeah, she works hard, sure.
It's puberty.
course she does. Exactly, yeah.
Let's just hope that when puberty ends, it's for the better.
Well, we've got about another 4 years or so then to go, to wait.
All right.
Until you're about 18 or 19.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. So we'll see how she does from now on. Okay, moving to our next topic. Recently on a Pocket Morning questionnaire, C-ute was asked, well, not just C-ute, all the groups, but we're just going to focus on one of the answers from C-ute here. The question was that for an idol, what is something that an idol should and should not have? And Nakajima of C-ute answered that an idol should be friendly or have a lot of friendliness, and what an idol shouldn't have or shouldn't be is be bounded by borders. A lot of people take her answer as a subtle attack against what's been happening against other groups out there right now. About she didn't go into, well, of course she didn't go into anything specific, but what do you guys think she's trying to say here? Is she trying to attack how groups, how idol members or idol group members are behaving in public, or how they're having boyfriends behind people's back and all those other things? Yes.
Good question.
Yes.
Interesting.
Well, anyway, what does it mean by should not be bounded by borders? Does that mean that there should be less rules?
Do you think she's trying to get at that?
Maybe she says she wants a boyfriend. Kind of thing.
Oh, you think she wants?
If so, I know somebody who would be a boyfriend.
Well, as a Hello Project idol, she's well informed in this.
But of course,
what's allowed and what's not allowed?
Yeah, is that the closest translation for what she said?
Her answer is very vague, so it could.
This is one of the problems. It could be the meaning could be lost in translation.
It could be, but the way she mentioned it, these things, these Pocket Morning questions, usually is just a very short. A lot of the girls never answer anything more than 2 lines. So I know it's not something to take very seriously, but if they write down something quickly down in 1 line, it could be something in their subconsciousness that they're thinking of. So do you think that maybe is how she's getting tired of how she's bound by all the rules of being an idol?
Well, I'm actually with all bros in suspecting that there's a loss in translation right now, because if we say that if she said that idols should not be bounded by borders, we don't know what borders she's talking about. She may be talking about all the rules as being an idol, or perhaps like just with that statement without context, maybe she's talking about like the ability of an idol to do something. You should not have borders because you should be able to push yourself to the max of your potentials and be the best dancer or singer out there. Like, we just don't have the context of what she's talking about. So, personally, I think it may be a loss in translation. So,
but this is enough to stir up a discussion amongst fans.
That's true. And she is, to be honest, she is the type who would take subtle attacks like that.
Well, maybe she does want more freedoms, but I mean, the thing is, in the idol industry, of course, the idol is bound by lots of rules and borders. That's the way of the business.
True.
And you have to have both.
Yeah, you can't just suddenly start having like lots of interactions with idols outside of work. With fans outside of work. It's like if you bump into a fan in the street, they can't ask you for an autograph. Well, they shouldn't ask you for an autograph because you can't give it because you're not allowed to.
Handshakes
Are they?
Yeah, I heard handshakes are okay.
Otherwise, I suppose you'd have so just hanging around outside the UFA building. Oh, I bumped into you. Can I have this signed?
Nice try.
just riding the tube every day past that station.
I guess I have something to do now.
Well, the thing is, the last couple of months, there's been a lot of idol scandals. Do you think she's trying to take a stab at this topic? How a couple of people got caught, or people's been stalked, and they've been seen with like fans or people of opposite sex out on the street or doing other things. Do you think she's not maybe she's not necessarily thinking of doing it herself or breaking these rules, but she's taking a stab at others who have done so and just hinting it? Maybe it's a way of saying how they're better than that and are better than those idols. I don't want to mention names of who did it, but you guys probably should know who I'm referring to.
Well, as much as everybody's under the implication that she's saying it in this manner,
yeah,
it really comes down to that the statement is vague enough for her to spin it any way that she wants to in the end. You can just as easily say, well, she wants it an idol to be somebody without borders, meaning she wants it to be universally acceptable, to be universally welcome, or to appeal to everybody in just the same way. And I think this is more a statement of a lot of the fan paranoia, that whenever you hear something ambiguous, the first thought is that people immediately go to, uh-oh, something's wrong.
Well, I guess... yes, I guess that's what... well, that's fans being sensitive. You can't blame people for that.
Yeah, no, you can't. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it's just something that everybody does.
To be honest, you can blame fans for being sensitive. Fans are way too bloody sensitive.
Well,
there's reason.
Fans are fans.
What can we do?
Yeah, part of what makes them what they are, I think.
Yeah, we as fans, we're emotionally invested. I mean, that's what I would say of that. So it's understandable that why we would be more sensitive than what people think we should be. I mean, we're financially invested. We're emotionally invested. That's well, and they want us to be emotionally invested too, because that we would be attached to whatever they're producing, and then we just buy everything.
Do you buy everything?
And nah. I mean, I'm not part of the system.
That's the case on that.
I'm a rebel.
So
you're a
yes.
If you're a Nakky fan, then by all means, just take a positive spin on this, I would think. Hopefully.
Well, I think people maybe just blowing this up out of nothing.
Well, yeah, of course they're blowing things out of nothing. It's, I mean, people discuss things like this on 2chan. Of course they're blowing it up out of nothing.
The internet!
Yeah, it is. You don't have to take responsibility for what you say online.
So surely this should be in Hatana rather than in Konya.
But this is a rather serious topic that, let's say if she was really referring to that, then it could mean a couple of things. Maybe she does have a boyfriend, or maybe she has hates against other idols. It could be any of those.
I kind of like the second idea, that she is actually.
It's like the idea of Nakky hating other people.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of cool.
Well,
only as long as we can organise some kind of grudge match, preferably in some kind of big sort of rubber bath type thing full of jelly or custard. Then I think we can have. It's going in the right direction then.
Oh man.
Oh man.
I'm sure you would
hate that on Blu-ray DVD. Blu-ray.
I don't know. I was thinking more of maybe a sports contest than
Yeah,
a
right.
big tub of jelly.
Oh man, we need to
Mud.
put our boss in charge. I mean, I like that. I don't know. I might want to join that.
All right. Well, speaking of
sports contests,
yes, speaking of sport contest,
Segue.
on to the next topic. There, see, in see, Wani Books, see, mobile.
Yep.
Wani Books is the photo book publisher that does a lot of photo books for Hello Project. Recently, that's July 31st. Wani Books mobile on their mobile site. They've released a Morning Musume 9th gen, 10th gen. Say this is say like an article of Sayashi versus Kudo.
Okay, wait. Pause.
Yes.
Haruka! Alright, continue.
Sorry, excuse the volume there. So apparently the two of them maybe has to do with all the Olympic race right now, but they're doing a sort of a sports contest kind of thing. Festival maybe.
Yay!
well,
So in the
want it to
coming-
be a festival, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so the two of them going at head to head, I guess. So do you think? Well, it could be the Olympics. It could be. Do you
I think
think?
it's a spin-off of the popularity of that boxing one. But that boxing pictures.
Well, they didn't do real. Sadly, they didn't do real boxing. That would have been entertaining. In fact, we've actually seen how good Kudo is at kicking. She stood in kickboxing. That would have been fantastic.
She would beat the crap out of Leo Leo. I
Yeah.
don't think we should.
There's a problem with this. How? It'd be quite
Good point.
entertaining, to be honest.
Good point. And it's Haruka winning, so
Yeah, exactly.
that's normal. Yeah.
Yeah, we'd love to see some sort of Hello Project Sports Festival to come back.
Absolutely. They were brilliant, the old ones.
Well, they don't have to do it like
A
a
huge
proper,
arena, no. Yeah.
proper. Even something like on Black Variety Kurobara, when Morning Musume and Sugana and Momoko appeared on. I think they're doing another. It's not over yet. It's gonna be another episode of their appearance this coming episode. So it's Black Variety is a TV show in Japan. As the name suggests, it's a variety show. And Morning Musume and Sugana Momoko was on as guests in one of their sports game type episodes. And if you haven't seen the episode, then you should go check it out because the girls did quite well playing the game. They're not serious sports game or anything, but it's quite physical. And it's really fun to watch the girls going at it against the comedians and all those other guests. So I think it should be pretty interesting if HP Hello Projects goes in this direction again, like they did a couple years ago when they held was two right? Two Hello Project Sports festivals.
Yeah.
I think there was one in 2006.
There were two of them, right?
Yeah, they were two, I believe.
Two, yeah. Just the problem right now is I don't think it's not that they don't want to do it. They probably think there aren't enough fans to attend such a thing.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Well, I mean, going off of their current behavior, I mean, we've been seeing actually a lot of them doing minor sports things here and there besides that boxing shoot, which again is mostly just poses and it's the boxing gloves. I mean, we've had, Hello-chans and articles in Hello-chan that were basically, rope, ping pong, physical activities, bar flipping, magic.
This thing, How long has it been since they had the awesome things where they used to do the tests for like stretching and the grip tests and that kind of thing? They were always good fun.
Couple years, I think.
But
Yeah,
there was.
They
There
need to
like
do-
sort of. Was it Yodo-sen or something? It was no. Gaku. One of them where they did the thing with Reina, where it was like you do the aerobics and the stretching, and you see
Yeah.
how much it changes your.
Bijogaku or something?
Then, yeah, was it Bijogaku? I just remember Reina doing the henshin pose and the ball thing. and the
Well,
stretcher.
those couple shows been... Yeah, it's been a few years since those shows.
I could have had one
so
with
that was
a couple of members of Cute, and they had Lin Lin and Reina.
Well, Linen's
Chisa.
doing it. That's very long.
Yeah,
time ago.
and Chisa and Nakky, and I think there's a couple of others. They will verse each other for, the reaching down thing, where they stand on a box and they've got this bar they have to push further below their feet without bending their legs.
So it's been a couple of years, and it is kind of sad that we haven't seen much of that since then.
Because also we haven't had really anything important, any real updates on heights and weights and that kind of thing that they used to put as part of their profiles all the time. It was a very important part of your profile.
Stalker.
Well, but
To
they
know
still do
exact
profile
heights.
updates. It's just now you've got to go to their webpage when they update it and see all their crazy favorite sayings and whatnot at the same time.
That's
Less
one thing.
interactive, I guess.
Well, that's one thing with Hello Project. They never announced the up-to-date stats, physical stats of the girls.
Yeah. They
Like
need to
what
start
they're-
doing so.
Well, yeah, there's one ongoing joke with Kuma Yunina that her height number, her actual height, there is no official number since I think 5 years ago now. That the last they announced it was something like 172 centimeter or something. So I'm pretty sure she's taller than that right now. But
Yeah.
there's an ongoing joke going on that how she's over 2 meters tall and taller than Skytree and all that.
Yeah.
She's Gundam size.
That joke.
She
The thing
is.
is,
Yeah.
to be honest, they could actually have a positive side of this as well.
Yeah.
Because if they're giving out official heights and stuff, then the OTA, when they're buying presents, would get the correct sizes.
You mean buy clothes and those stuff?
Yeah, because when the OTA buy presents of clothes, and because the girls get a hell of a lot of clothes.
True.
Yeah, then at least they would all fit. I mean, it's like recently I actually finally found out Chisa's shoe size, so when I go I could buy her a set of shoes.
Or you could, or the idols could be smart like Lena and announce her
Yeah.
or whatever size she needs on her blog. Like that time she couldn't find a pair of shoes she wanted, or boots or something. And she's like, "Oh, you guys see it? Can you get me size blah blah blah?"
And
Now she has
ended
10
with stacks of
pairs.
shoes, yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure those were sold out, and she's just saying it. But now we know her size.
Yeah.
So next time.
Okay, back on topic though, with the
Yeah,
sports festival
actually-
thing.
So, someone on our live stream right now commented that he wants to see a Hello Project MMA. I'm not so sure about that. Mixed martial
What is it with
arts?
people wanting to see them hit each other? I don't get it. Even the boxing
Yeah.
thing, I don't see the point in that.
Yeah, so
The
I don't know.
running, jumping,
We'll take that as a joke.
rhythmic gymnastics.
I don't
With
think that's a
that,
very good idea. Remember that time on Ameba Studio when Katsuta accidentally hit Kuda Kano in the face? That
Why
was,
did you put accidentally in air quotes?
was that?
Why did you put accidentally in air quotes?
It was accidentally.
Ah.
Oh, you think she did it on
I
purpose?
don't know why you're saying air quotes. There are no air quotes here.
There are no air quotes. She didn't do it on purpose. It was they were playing a game and yeah, things happen. Yeah, the results wasn't good, and Catalina was so scared of getting in trouble with not just the management, but also with Canon's fans and all that. It was quite messy, so I don't think it's a good idea for the girls to be hitting each other, especially if we want to see them showing off their bodies. You don't want to see bruises all over them.
Ah, good point.
You see bruises all over them anyway from all the exercising and training they do.
Like
That is
Rena's
so true.
blog entries about her practices and all of her knees. Like,
Well, her knee's okay now. I don't know what she did there, but yeah, her knee's okay now.
she kicked a couple of Stacy's too hard, you know.
Near-death
So
happiness.
So if they come back, they can do like a smaller scale sport festival. They can do photo book of that. They can do a DVD of that. You know, they can use the same material for Hello Channel as well, or for TV shows. Yeah, it's not a bad idea, but I just think it would be an investment for them, and it's not in the style of UFA to think that, oh, we may not have the fan base to support all of that, so that's not. Yeah, so they probably won't do it because of that.
I mean, to be honest, they could do it at a local sports, a sports club place, because they'll have some bleachers for
They
people
can
to
do it
sit
in my
on.
backyard.
No thanks.
Yeah, well, you,
Well,
but I
the
mean,
point is that they need enough draw that it's worth the admission, the cost, you know, for all of that, and the arrangements, and the fact that you know that some people aren't going to do well. Like, you have to support the good, the bad. We all want to see the good people be good and things like that, but do you really want to see, you know, the they're going to take forever because one person's really slow? You really want to see Sayuki file on her butt, you know, the first couple of times interesting, but when you're talking about, you know, 17 events or something...
what they need to do is they need to do it like they did on the not the Bakajo test, obviously, but from the same TV show. I can't remember what the name of the TV show was. Mecha Ike, where they did the sports one.
Yeah.
Because that would be ideal. They did that obviously in a disused school, basically. They used the school field for it.
Right.
And you got just literally high jump and various other kind of sports like that. And done kind of humorously as well, in a way. You could even do it as a Bakajo test again. But, well, not Baka, obviously, but whatever the word for is worst.
Yeah.
Kusujo. That's it. Thank you very much, listener. Kusujo. And, so they could do that, and that would be kind of entertaining as well, especially if they got the same people in to host it.
Yeah, well, the problem, I think the problem with that in general is we've seen this a lot from UFA, you know, Hello Project, specifically, that they're not into, you know, doing that kind of television effort as much anymore, and especially if they can't guarantee an audience, they're having issues. That's why, you know, our shows are getting worse, the TV shows. We haven't seen them on good shows as often as groups, really, except for this Black Variety thing, which I think was luck.
Yeah.
That it came out that well. You know, I think they're really cautious and they don't want to take the exchange, and they're, you know, it's up to the fans to find a way to convince them otherwise, or else we're just talking fluff.
All right, then let me ask you guys this question. If UFA if they, you know, create their own little sports festival again, and, you know, they plan everything, they pay for everything, they invest for everything. Do you think it's going to be do you think they're going to see a good return from that? As in money-wise?
Money-wise, it's very hard to say because we don't know how much it takes to, say, rent a big place and organize and hire other people to staff the place and do everything. But if you compare it to, say, maybe last year when they did the Mobeki Masu promotion, and they had they went to Yomiuri then and did the 10,000 people handshake. It was a one-day thing, but the turnout was great and created a lot of news. So I mean, if they do something like that, like a sports festival again, I'm sure there should be enough people, as long as the whole festival incorporates every idol in the Halo project, so that all the fans will show up. I'm pretty sure it will be like the same turnout as the Mobeki Masu events. But if it's worthwhile or not, that's something else that well, money wise, that it's very hard for us to say because we don't know how they run the business and how much it costs for it to get everything.
Yeah, but okay. Yeah, how about you guys? The other two.
Well, I mean, I was actually going to go into a different point about the whole thing, to be honest.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry. I was going to say that I don't think that they will do another proper sports thing because it would show just how far downhill the Hello Project has gone from its heyday. Because the old ones were in huge arenas and that kind of thing, and nowadays it wouldn't be. So it just wouldn't be the same. It would be an embarrassment, I suppose.
But then I'll play the devil's advocate for that, though. You know, you say that by doing such a thing, they would display that they're not doing as well as before. But you know, there's another thing that we can look at, and it would be pretty obvious that they're not doing as well, and that is the concert halls that they're using nowadays, and the amount of concerts they're having. You know, like they're using way more stages nowadays, and that is a much bigger thing than like doing a one-off sports festival. So like there's no way they can hide that forever, and there's something already that they're constantly showing they're not doing as well as their heydays.
But
So,
I don't know because they covered the Budokan. Well, so they did concerts in the Budokan recently, which is a big place to aim for. So, I mean, if they can still do that, then they do Nakano, which is quite a large place. Not hugely large, but it's big enough.
Well, but they're losing Nakano too, so.
To constructions.
Damn,
different
construction.
Reasons. Different reasons. But well, besides Budokan, they haven't been to any of the arenas since a few years now. And well, comparing concerts to the Hello Project Sports Festival, concerts is a staple for Hello Project. They have to do the concerts. They don't care if they have to resort to smaller venues. It's what brings in the lot of the money for them. So I think in this sense, Hello Project will back down a little bit, or lose a little. They don't mind losing a little bit of face in order to get more money in. But for a sports festival, maybe the money they have to spend is not worth it. And then a lot of people, like you said, will compare to if they have a new one now, they'll compare it to the previous two sports festival, which were a very major event, not just in Hello Project, but in the idol industry as well. So, yeah, it's very unlikely that they'll do it, but it's good for fans to dream or hope.
Yeah.
Money.
Yeah, it's always about the money, you know.
Yep. But true.
All right. Well, okay. All right. Like we always say, we don't know anything about the business side, so take what I'm about to say with like a whole pile of thought. But I think they can do like a sports festival and do a full-out promotion with that, and a full-out product line with that, and I think they would see a good return from that. For example, if they do the sports festival, they can first release a ton of goods. You know, like I said, a photo book.
Money.
I'm sure they can do jerseys. I'm sure they can do a ton of photos that come with that. You know, they all sell a ton. And then there's the DVDs that they can do. You know, so I'm sure those would sell a lot for them. And also another thing is all the news that they would generate. You know, like the Yumi Uliland, that they had a lot of news coming from that, and I'm sure you know, the TV stations, they would not pass out if they're doing a sports festival too. So again, you know, I don't know what they make or what the things that they have to prepare after such a thing, but from the limited things I see, you know, it is a viable option that they can look into.
There's a lot of factors to it besides money. Yeah, understandable.
So I said it multiple times. You know, take it with a whole pile of salt. Eat
So you heard that. Sunrio is salty. The end.
I got no comeback to that.
All
Well,
right.
that being said, we should transition to the ending, which today we're going to actually give Sanrio a chance to run the wrap-up for this week in Takamario, so take it away.
Alright, so TKMR.net. This week we have, as usual, the TKMR Mondays, so check that out. You got a blog piece from me talking about the Morning Musume 10th Gen event at Shiodome. That's the part one. It was on July 25th, so it's a week old already. But still, check it out. There's a lot of Haruka pics on that. TKMR Hatena episode 6 was released this week as well. You can find that on our website, and you can find it on YouTube as well. And also, as usual, our Radio Fridays that never disappoint. This is number 27. So if you haven't been reading it, there's a lot to catch up on. But check this one out. There's the usual radio summaries that you can find, and they're a lot of fun to read. Let's see, what else? Yes, Twitter. Follow us on Konya TKMR. We would usually, bust out some news on there. If we get any new contents updates on the site, you will know from there as well. So follow us on Twitter. Retweet us to your friends too, so that they know about us. You can also follow us on iTunes. That's not really following, it's more subscribing. You can subscribe to us on iTunes, where you can get the Konya TKMR show that you're listening right now. You can subscribe to it, download automatically, and throw that into your iPods, and throw that into your ear holes directly, automatically. Also find us on YouTube. The channel is Konya TKMR, so you can find Konya TKMR on there. You can also find the Hatena shows on there. And it would be high-res recordings with all the fancy pictures and stuff that you can watch.
Because we do that so often.
Yeah, so often. I mean, you don't want to miss that. Also, subscribe to us on the YouTube channel and like our videos, because that helps. If you want to carry on any discussions that you hear on the show, or just anything, go on to forum.takamario.net, where you can talk to, fellow fans, without limitations. And also, we post our radio summaries on there before we do the Radio Fridays, so you can get a heads up on that. So what you have been listening to for the past 40-something minutes was episode 37 of Konya mo Takamario. So for Turbos 86, thank you for hosting at the last minute. Yeah. So I'm Sanrio.
Really
we also got Ouroboros.
Okay.
Yep, we have. Bye-bye.
Yep, and thank you, Invis.
You don't have to pause, just wrap it up.
Well, I just want to be nice.
3 out of 5, man.
I just want to be nice, man. Alright.
Thanks for listening.
Alright, see you next time.
Bye, everybody. Bye, Bon.
Bye.
Bye.